Hey y'all, we are living in very interesting times right now. With a global pandemic going on and people scrambling for how to deal with that and what that means. Um, and I just think that a lot of people have the wrong idea of what we should be doing. We have a lot of people that are like complaining about their freedoms and their rights being taken away. And while I can understand there are legitimate reasons to be frustrated, I am more concerned with this idea that people seem to be more concerned with their religious freedom than they are with other people knowing the gospel. For example, depending on where you are and what state you live in, people tend to be very frustrated that they can't go to church. Okay, first of all, the biblical definition of church is not a building, it's a body of believers. And second of all, like they'll be like, oh, well, you know, churches are closed, but we can go to Walmart or we can go to McDonald's or we can go to whatever. I think a big reason is that churches are large bodies of people where people can pack in really closely. And especially like mega churches are really popular where, thousands and thousands of people can congregate all at the same time that are really close. I mean, I can see there are legitimate reasons to be frustrated. There are legitimate things that are frustrating. But I think that from my perspective of having lived overseas and been a missionary in China, I would talk to people that literally, like, they had been in jail for preaching the gospel and they were tortured and they were, I don't know if you've heard of a book called The Heavenly Man, but it's about a Chinese pastor that actually at one point had to walk through his own, pardon me, but shit for hours and hours and hours into the night. Meanwhile, he's preaching the gospel to his guards, it's incomparable. And I feel like if we're not prepared for when churches close down, what are we going to do when things get really, really hard? And another thing is people complaining about churches being closed down are not people that are reaching out to other believers via phone, via Zoom, we have the internet. We have all these wonderful things